gardening and prepping. My name is Teresa. I would love to welcome you out to the shed of many names on this late evening. I cannot tell y'all how happy I am and how good it feels to be back in the shed. It has been a while, and I thank y'all for your patience. I really do. Now, tonight, we're finally going to get to strain the red clover tincture. Now, like I told you, see the buds in here? They're not pretty and purple, even though it's red clover. They, yeah, pet peeve of mine. But if you notice, the vodka has pulled out all of the medicinal benefits, especially out of the blooms and the leaves. And apparently, this red clover is really, really high in chlorophyll, which is very good. And also the medicinal benefits of the flower heads as well. Now, as for medicinal benefits, this is an amazing woman's herb. Now, if you are a man that is having trouble with high estrogen, this will help you as well, especially men as you grow older. There is nothing to be ashamed of. We each have testosterone and estrogen in our bodies, men and women, and sometimes we need a little help. This is wonderful for women going through menopause. It helps calm the hot flashes and the bone loss that we suffer during menopause if we're not careful, and postmenopausal as well. It also helps our bones to retain minerals, which is important as well. Also, not only is it for premenopausal and postmenopausal women, it's also extremely good for your lungs. It loosens up mucus and makes it drain out. Important there too. Now, there'll be more information in the description box below. Now, before we start straining, as I always say, make sure that your work area, your counter, wherever you're working at, is clean and sanitized. All of your equipment, whatever you use, make sure it's all clean and sanitized. So, with that being said, let's have some fun, because I'm telling y'all, I have missed being in the shed. I have missed being able to make videos for y'all, and I cannot thank y'all enough for staying with my channel, and for all the new owls, welcome. I have not been able to answer a lot of the comments. I apologize. I'm trying to catch up. It's just been a really, really long roller coaster ride for me and Junior. And we cannot thank you enough. And we love and appreciate you each more than you realize. Alright. Now, I do, because it's me, I do a two-step straining. Because one, I want to get all the plant material out and smush it to get it as much of the medicinal benefits and the vodka out, and then I strain it once again before going into the jar. Sorry about that. Jana was trying to get into the shed. So, let's get busy. Okay, like I said, I do a two-step process. I have a very good uh, colander and my big measuring cup. And I see that my vodka went down some, so I know I'm going to have to squeeze some plant material. Oh, that's what you have to be careful about. Try not to spill any. I don't like to waste anything. Let's try this again. Oh, it's a beautiful green. Beautiful green. Now, I'm going to mush this a little bit. Now, it's not going to mush a whole lot, but you want to try. Oh, and it smells so good. You want to try to get as much of the tincture out. Oh, what a beautiful color. Such a beautiful color. And you don't want to waste anything, if possible. Okay. Now, one thing a lot of people don't know, this is perfectly fine to go in your compost pile. It will not hurt a thing, or your compost tumbler, compost bucket, whatever you use. And we'll put it right there. Set that there. Since my measuring cup is full. And I have a canning funnel. And these wonderful filterless coffee filters. Now, I do not use these for coffee. These are solely used for making straining tinctures. Excuse me a minute. Sorry about that. Had to get a drink because it is hot in the shed tonight. So, yeah, I tend to cough a little bit. Alright, going back to these. These are the best things for straining your tinctures. They are extra fine mesh and work wonders. Let me move it down here a little bit more so you can see. And I'm not done mushing those. Wait till you see this beautiful color. Look at that beautiful, healthy green. When you see this beautiful, beautiful green, you know that your vodka has pulled out as much as possible out of the plant material. Move that over here for a minute. Wipe my lid off. Okay, put my lid on because gnats are gnats are flying around, and be careful because they will dive bomb into your jar of tincture and not think twice about doing so. Oh, it smells so good. It's not a floral smell. It's more like a kind of earthy, green, kind of when you mow grass in a way. It's hard to explain, but oh, it smells so good. And it's one of many of my tinctures I am so thankful to have for those who are having trouble with menopause and so many other side effects. And like I said, in the description box below the video, where it says more, click on the more and it will drop down, and that way you can read more information. Like I said, there's only so much you're going to be able to squeeze out, and when you don't hear it make dropping noise, dripping noise, you're done. And into the compost bucket that goes. And as you can tell, you will lose some alcohol in the plant material. That's just something you can't help, because a lot of the plant materials won't release it as well as others will. Now, see the little fine residue that this filter cleans out? That's what you want out of your tincture. Not that plant material is going to hurt. Not going to hurt the tincture one bit. But it can stop up your droppers. And that can be a problem. Clean off your lid or your rim. Put your lid back on. But look at that. Look how beautiful that is. You can just barely see through it, but it's a beautiful shade of green. Like I said, lots of chlorophyll in it, which is a good, healthy thing as well. Now, with that being said, I'm going to wipe the date that it was made or started on and put on 8, 11, no, 10, 8, 10, 23. Usually I just do month and year. Now, this is vodka. 100 proof vodka. Might drop down to maybe 90, 85. 85 or 90 proof. It's not going to go bad as long as you store it correctly. Store it in a dark, cool place. And here soon I'm going to be putting these into 2-ounce dropper bottles. Or 2-ounce bottles with droppers. Now, for those chomping at the bit for dosage amount, here we go. You will want to take 25 to 30 drops. Now, I'm not talking about whole droppers. I'm talking about actual drops of tincture. 25 to 30 drops 3 times a day. Now, red clover is kind of like echinacea in a way. It also builds up your immune system. But you don't want to overdo your immune system. Now, that's not to scare you, it's just the facts. Same thing goes for echinacea. But with red clover, you can take it safely for 3 weeks. It's safe, period. But take it for 3 weeks, break, stop taking it for a week. It gives your immune system a little bit of a break from being built up. It also helps to regulate your estrogen in your body as well, because you don't want to suppress it so much that your testosterone levels jump up. You just got to find a happy balance. All right, take for 3 weeks, break for a week. You can start taking it for another 3 weeks if need be. Simple, easy. Anybody can do this as long as you have the red clover, which has the purple bloom. They just call it red clover. I think they do it to be aggravating. The red clover that I use was grown in my backyard organically and harvested by me. Now, look around. It's getting late in the season. You have to be careful if you want to harvest your own red clover. Uh, if you have patches in your yard, look at the red clover as long as the flower buds are still good and there's no like powdery mildew is what it's called. If you see like a powdery white on your leaves, best thing you could do is use a weed eater or lawnmower, cut them down, and wait for them to come back up. It is getting late in the season. It's mostly a late spring, early summer plant. Now, also, you can harvest the dried seed heads off of the clover and plant it in your yard or plant it in a like a container and grow it that way. I cast seeds. I keep casting the seed heads across my yard. Now just watch out, clover can take over. Not a bad thing, but if you're one of those people that love your grass, your lawn, that kind of grass, yeah, clover will smother out your grass. Other than that, amazing medicinal herb for women's health, for lung health, immune system, and several other wonderful benefits. I look forward to seeing y'all in my next video. I am so happy to get to start making these videos again. But Junior came first. I have to take care of Junior first. And I thank y'all for understanding. Remember to continue to stock your pantries with food that will sustain and nourish you. Medicines that will heal you. Protection and the bare essentials that you truly need. Everyone, take care. Stay safe and sound out there in this crazy world. And may you each be blessed. Hoot, hoot. Y'all take care.